Rianne Malixi joins us now. Rianne, congratulations on the victory. It was very interesting watching what was a very tight match come down the stretch, because you started to suddenly play a lot better the closer you got to the end of the match. You made a lot of birdies. Where did that kind of game and focus come from that deep in the match when you're only 17 years old?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. And yes, I'll credit that to my dad. It's all part of my training, where I always have to play my best golf in the last stretch of the match. My dad would tell me to finish strong on the last 4 holes, in which I told myself to do on the last 5 and 6 holes, in which I really did manage to do a job and finish that 4 straight birdie stretch.
Rianne, a familiar foe in both the junior and in the women's am in Aster Talley, who you bested both times around. You've been roommates with her. You bested her twice here. You guys have developed somewhat of a kinship. Can you explain what that relationship has blossomed into, both competing against each other and also becoming friends?
It's amazing. I admire Aster as a player, and more importantly as a person. She's just a very nice kid, very mature beyond her years, and I just love and how she composed herself that week, and I can't be proud of her.
Typically, the amateur final round is played 36 holes in one day, but because you were playing around potential stormy weather out there, you played 18 holes Saturday, 18 holes Sunday. Did that change your approach to the final, or did that kind of rest period make it a little bit easier or more difficult for you to keep any kind of momentum?
It was kind of difficult for me because I was expecting to play 36 holes on Sunday, but we had to move the first 18 on the afternoon of Saturday. And I was kind of tired of that day because we did our semifinals match in the morning, but it was a good thing we did the final 18 on Sunday afternoon, so I have some in and really get to prep on that match.
Rianne, being so young, only 17, and achieving what you've achieved, I know your father, you talk about him coaching you up. You mentioned celebrating with dinner with your mother. What have your parents meant to you as you go into uncharted territory as a 17-year-old, a superstar, if you will?
It means a lot. I'm very lucky to have my parents with me ever since the first day, and my mom just traveling around the world with me and just competing really good events just means the world to me, and I can't really ask for better parents.
I'm curious how much you knew about Southern Hills before you went there, Rianne, because it is a fairly well-known golf course. Obviously, it's held a lot of major championships over the years. Did you go watch any old YouTube videos of tournaments there to try to get some familiarity with the golf course before the amateur?
No, I have not, but I know it was a championship course, and I know it was not going to be an easy week. And yeah, the greens were brutal. It was a tough walk, and I'm just so happy that I got through it. And yeah, it was amazing to play in such a phenomenal golf course.
Rianne, college on the horizon. I believe you selected Duke as your college of choice. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
What is behind the decision to go to Duke, an incredible university with a very proud program?
Yeah, Duke is a very good academic program. My decision in Duke is just because the whole atmosphere in it felt like family to me. It felt like home. I love campus. I love the coaches, and more importantly, the team. I was very comfortable with the girls, and those were kind of like the factors in deciding on why I committed to Duke.
Before you even step on campus, Rianne, you've already won the biggest title in women's amateur golf. How does that kind of reset your goals, or what do you need to do to kind of keep yourself motivated as to what the next target or goal is for you when you've already achieved something so significant?
Yeah, just achieving something major just makes me want to work harder and to become a really better player. And that won't stop me from grinding. When I go back to the Philippines, I'll just keep on training and really see how my game goes, and hopefully it will be good enough to reach the bigger stage.
Rianne, I think back to when I was 17 years old and I had heroes that I wanted to be like in the sport I played of basketball. Maybe I should have had better heroes because I never made it nearly to the level you have in your sport of golf. But as you look to role models in this sport that are achieving, is there somebody you say, I try to model my game after, or I enjoy watching tournament in and tournament out on the professional ranks?
Yeah, I always love watching Tiger during his prime, like in the 2000s. And recently, I've been watching a lot of Nelly Corda, and they're just really a joy to watch in the game.
When you win something as significant as the women's amateur, Rianne, having just won the junior a few weeks earlier, did that make you at any point think about maybe I do actually want to go straight into the professional ranks and play against an Nelly Corda?
Yeah, in every tournament I play, I always try to win, and I think there's just no better goal if you're heading to a tournament and not try to win. But yeah, there's always in my head like, yeah, I would love to play with Nelly Corda and all these good professional golfers, and that's why I keep on working, and hopefully when the time comes I'll be able to compete against them.
Rianne, only the second to ever win both the girls' junior and the women's AM. When I say that out loud, understanding the history that comes with that, you seem to be very knowledgeable in history. As you mentioned, players like Tiger Woods, all the way back to the early 2000s in his prime. What does that mean to you to know you've had such an achievement?
It's amazing. It's very surreal. It's not every day I get to, or like a junior gets to win two USGA events in a year. So I know it's really huge. And being the first player from the Philippines to win the US just means the world to me. And it's always an honor to raise the Philippine flag, to always compete in the bigger stage representing my flag.
Well, Rianne, competing at a high level, certainly you are. Congratulations on an incredible, a spectacular summer, and we look forward to what the future holds for you.
Thank you so much.